Recording started. Good morning, everyone. My name is Olufemi Oyekon. I am a film product photography coach and also a structure coach for fashion businesses. I help you to gain. Sorry, I'm a clarity coach. I help you to get clarity of your business. Sorry, we are having a structure session this morning, and structure is just entering my mouth. So I am a clarity coach. I help you to gain clarity on what you need to do in your fashion business wherever you feel stuck and you don't know how to move from the point you are to the next point. So before you even get to know what to do after you've gained clarity of what the problem is, most times it leads to structuring your business, and that's where you start from. No matter what you want to manage, one thing also always affect the other. Everything always affect every other thing else. Everything, marketing, branding, content creation, accounting, bookkeeping, everything, connecting with people and scaling up your business, automating, everything affect every other thing else. You can't do one and say you are leaving one out. So today we are going to be talking listening, so to speak. Today is not for us to talk. We are going to be listening to our guest talk today. So who is our guest? Who is our guest? So I'm going to read something out to you now to let you. So this is not going to make us spend a lot of time. So let me just read this to you. Mazino Ekwani, popularly known as Mazino, is the founder and creative director of Mazino Fashions, a fashion brand that empowers women through style to be the best version of themselves. I can really attest to that because I've seen a beautiful, great, modest designs she's been putting out. She has experience spanning over 15 years in the fashion industry. I told you, now Gashi B. Her areas of expertise and experience span several niches such as women's wear, menswear, children's wear, bulk garment manufacture, shoemaking, and accessories. She's a first-class biochemistry graduate with over 5 years corporate experience in banking, project management, and human resources management. She is also a stylist, a certified life coach, and a fashion business consultant. Fashion is her passion, and she is committed to using her wealth of knowledge, experience, and expertise to help other fashion businesses thrive and run sustainable and profitable fashion brands. And as you've listened to that, she has a Instagram page which I would like you to check out. It's called let me check it out. It's Thrive with Mazino. Thrive with Mazino with over 1,000 followers. She's helping fashion micro business owners to build scalable, sustainable, and profitable business. So I would tell you that Mazino is not someone I just met from the blues of the sky and we start, oh, come to my live session. I like what you teach. No, I've been watching her for some time online. I've been seeing what been putting out. She's also a business partner with Coach Lau Curtis, who is my mentor, and I've Coach Lau personally recommended her as a structure coach that I can speak with. And I'm working towards we're working already together in helping you as fashion business owners to structure your business. So if you're taking clarity sessions with me, consulting with me, be rest assured that anytime I talk about you need to structure your business, I'm going to refer you back to Mazino's courses. And she has a workshop coming up this month end, and I think you will really be interested in knowing about it. So she's going to be talking about it after everything. So be aware, know that after everything she's going to be talking about, no matter what you hear today, it's never going to end here. This is not the place you learn everything about structuring your business on stop. Not disappointing customers is not the only thing about structure, it's just one of those things. So you need to learn more. Definitely after this class, you will need to see where you have to make payments to know something. It's not like every other person after they have told us something, they will still tell us to pay for. No, you will not. learn if the only thing you hear is the first day and that's all. After this, know that she's going to tell you the program she wants you that you need to take for you to be able to understand how to structure your business better. But first, you need to hear from her and let her uh, speak, speak, speak to our lives and to our businesses. Let her breathe structure into our businesses. Okay, so I give the floor to Mazino. You're welcome, ma, please.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Olufemi. I'm so excited to be here. Good morning, everybody. I believe most of us are in Nigeria. If you're outside Nigeria, then hello at any time of the world that you are. So how have you guys been? How markets? How
You can
market?
unmute,
How hustle?
you can unmute your microphone to answer, please.
How markets? How's it?
Market
How's
is
it
too
going?
busy. The economy is biting hard, ma.
Hey, for real? What's going on now? This is meant to be busy period. Huh? Anyway, by His grace, the customers will come. You know, a lot of Nigerians, we are last minute o'clock. So don't worry. By November 15, November 25, they begin to remember that Christmas is around the corner. So it's important that we're doing this now so that we do not fall into those categories of tailors that now disappoint the customers. Now you say you don't have a lot of work, or maybe you're really busy. But let me go with the first premise that you don't have a lot of work, and you're not preparing for the work. So when the work now comes, what happens? It's more like you prayed for blessings and the blessings come. So if you open your whole arms and embrace it, you are throwing the blessings away. Right. So that is like the essence of this training today. So good morning again. I'm so happy to be here. I'm super excited to be here. If you know me, you know that I'm always excited to talk about business structure because it's really, really personal to me. It's not something that we are just, they just go through modules and whatever. So Olufemi has read my profile, like I'm about to hustle go. I also plenty. Oh. It's amazing, right? Just like that, 15 years. Wow. So our theme for today is getting organized in your business, how not to disappoint your customers. So I'm going to start from there, and I'll carry you to where you want to go, not where you don't know and where you don't want to go, right? So first, I like to start with definitions so that we're all clear that we're on one page, right? So one is, what is being organized? Being organized by Google. This is Google. Google is your friend. So let us start from Google first. So you don't say Mazino that is bringing the English, then we'll now bring it to home. So according to Google, being organized is being able to plan things carefully, keep things tidy, and work effectively, right? And then organizational skills help you use your resources efficiently, effectively, and you're able to manage your time, energy, workspace so as to accomplish all your assigned tasks successfully, right? So that's what Google has told us. So now let me now explain what being organized is to me from my own personal experience. So I'm going to share 5 experiences with you. This one is 10, Abby. Sorry, 5. I'm going to share 5 experiences with you where you will tell me if being organized is good or bad. This life, when they are telling you, don't do this, don't do that, it's not as if they are just wasting your time. They say fire is hot, fire is hot. By the time you put your hand in the fire, nobody needs to tell you that fire is hot. Nobody needs to tell you not to put your hand in the fire again. Am I correct? So I'm going to share a couple of my experiences with you. Then I will ask you to advise me on which way forward. Because guess what? All of us here are super knowledgeable and super experienced. And I'm here to teach and to learn. Right? So story number 1, going down memory lane. I think when I had a period like this, a very busy period, a customer gave me a job to do. And, eager now, happy. I just get it. I just carry the fabric, put it somewhere on one shelf like that. And to be sincere, I completely forgot about it. As the leader, it's good to pray. It's good for a lot to be in your business. I'm telling you. And the Lord, who is so kind, that is on my side, that is for my business, will have it. The customer was going to come and pick up that cloth on Friday. So by Wednesday, the customer was out calling me to ask me that, Badabo, what time, if the cloth even ready, in case it's ready, I don't mind coming around tomorrow, but we agreed on Friday. What time on Friday should I come? My fellow fashion premiers. Mazino know where fabric is due. Mazino never cut the cloth. I said, Ma, of course now packaging. I was like, Ma, come 5 o'clock on Friday. I think I thought I'd come even by 6 o'clock. And she was like, 6 o'clock, that the latest she can come is 5. I said, 5 is perfect, ma. What do you think I did? Of course, I had to go to the jungle that I called my shelf that time. I started digging out the cloth. In fact, at one point, I was like, what was that cloth again, though? I had even almost forgotten the cloth. Luckily, I think I kept a swatch, so I can't even remember. Somehow, I was able to remember the fabric. I was able to bring it out. And I had to work overnight to ensure that job was done and delivered. And I'm happy that she was really happy with her clothes. So she'll not know the back end. So that is story number 1. Story number 2, right? As we started growing, because like I said, when we started business, our niche were people with unusual statistics. They have big balls, they have big hips, they have big bum, they have broad shoulders, they have long arms, they have flaps, they have 2 double hips, they have low hips. I'm sure you've seen that kind of customer. They have big, massive thighs. You see lepa with podele. I had all sorts of customers. And all of these things do not have to do with being plus size or not. Because if it can be a slim person and have really broad shoulders, it'll be difficult to get your size. It can be a really slim, short person and have long arms. It can be anything. So I had these customers, and these were people we were serving. So sincerely speaking, they loved us. I had customers that would travel abroad for summer, and they will come to Mazino before they travel and be like, Mazino, make clothes for me. And they come back from summer and they wear those clothes. They're like, where do you get it? Get this in Harrods, get it in Blues. They say Blueberg, Harrods. This is Mazino, Tiwa. And I was oversubscribed. People were rushing, breaking down my door. So in a bid to satisfy them, right, I said employing every Tom, Dick, and Harry that called himself a tailor. Once you do one test and you are okay, I just pressure, I just give them the job. But see the style, do the ones that someone can call for, they'll call for. But most of the time, say, Shebi can cut and sew, see the style, see the measurements, cut and sew. Between me and you, if you're an experienced fashion designer, I don't need to tell you how most of those things will end. It ended in chaos. It ended up in me disappointing those customers that I was so eager to satisfy. And what was even more disappointing was that they came from referrals, people that I had satisfied. So they could not marry the fact that, Mazino was so fantastic to me. What went wrong? What happened? So those people now, they might even be afraid to come back. The new people that have come, they have lost. So I've lost both ways. But the third way in which I had also lost was the potential people they would have also told about my business, they will not sell. Instead, even if a new potential person that's in their circle wants to come to me, is within their earshot, like, Mazino, she will spoil your cloth, she will disappoint you. Don't go there. So I'll lose revenue. So sorry, I'm in the class. She'll call you back.
Oh, okay,
Sorry, all right. So sorry, can you hear me? I got it. I think a call came in.
Yeah,
Can you hear
continue.
me?
We can hear you. It's very clear.
Okay, great. Okay. All right. So at my time, when I just started business, there was nothing like dispatch riders and all these beautiful things we're enjoying today to ease logistics. So it's either your customers come to you or you go to them, or you have middlemen or you have staff that go to them. One way or the other, it was a physical transaction, pretty much. Right? So there's this customer that I made a beautiful skirt and blouse for her. It was beautiful. Like, if I may say so myself, and say if you don't blow your trumpets, who will? That cloth fine. I said, where are you staying, man? She said, I'm staying in Lekki. That time I know too sabi Lekki that time. That Lekki was just imagine. I'm like, okay, Lekki, this Lekki phase 1 here, so no problem. My people, Lekki phase 1 became Lekki phase 2. I got to Aja. I was like, I'm still not going to this address. They said, no, but I said another boss. I thought another boss. They said, but if you enter Okada, I said, hey. After I spent like 2 hours on that trip, I now got to the place. And of course, after I finished making noise, why did you bring me this far and everything? And she was like, oh, I'm really sorry. After all the pleasantries, she tried the cloth. It fit perfectly, but there were two problems. One, they had not fixed hook and eye on the skirts. Two, the cloth had a scarf, and she was a scarf person, and the scarf was not included in what I had gone to deliver. So I was like, really? I came all this way and I have to go all the way back to fix this and still come all the way back or send somebody all the way back to drop this for something as simple as not fixing a hook and eye on the skirt and not having a scarf. So imagine she had to use that cloth the next day. That is some level of disappointment. I had not met the standard. Number 4 experience, right? We went to sew a cloth for a customer. Normally, when you want to sew cloth, what do you normally get now? Thread, zip, lining, stitch. Those are the 4 basic things you use to sew most clothes. Outside, maybe the accessories like, oh, there's an applique here, there's an applique there. Am I correct? So we had done, the way we got to the market, we bought all those and we came back. And needle, the. So without needle, we could not even sew the cloth. And this was around what time? We planned to do, work a little later. That's a simple, camisole. But because of something as simple as needle, 10 naira, we could not get that job done. And we ended up disappointing that customer because of 10 naira needle. Now, let me now tell you the other part of the story that was even more annoying to me. We had needle in that shop, but the needle was not where it should be. We found it when looking for something else. And my 5th experience that I want to share with you today was how my time management was. In the early days, all of us started from being really small. Aside from being really small, it was just made and got tailors and what have you. So in the morning, I would have, I attended to some customers. From there, I had to go to the market. From there, I had to come. Go back from the market. I realized that I had an appointment with some customers. I had to go and take their measurements. I had to go and deliver the work. I go back. That's why I want to do work. How? When I'm not machine. I was tired and I was unable to do anything. So that day's job did not get done. I had moved it to tomorrow. I'm not even sure I can finish tomorrow's work. Today's work is already joining tomorrow's work. Tomorrow's work is joining next tomorrow's work. At the end of the day, it's a royal mess. All of this I have shared with you, these 5 stories, are recipes for guarantees for disappointing your customers. And I'm sure each and everybody here can relate with all of these stories. All of these stories are caused by a great lack of organization. Because sometimes when we hear the word structure, they look like a big grammar, like a big word that they have come again. All these grammars we need structure, I never chop, I never sell. They are telling me about structure. However, as simple as organization, it is part of structure. So you will see that story number 1. I do not have a proper storage for my customers' things. So it was difficult for me to have been able to serve those customers. So what I'm going to do now is I have shared some of these stories with you, hoping that a lot of you have gone through things like this. And I want to share with you how not to make my mistake. These are life experiences. How not to make these mistakes. So I'm going to be sharing about 7 tips with you. About 8 on how not to be like Mazino, that is entering on that table when customer is coming to shop because you have not finished the cloth, or that they are calling police for because you have disappointed them. So number one advice I'm going to give today is to declutter your space. Because what we're trying to do is to get you more organized. When you are more organized, you save time. When you're not more organized, you don't have to look for where anything is. You know where everything is. So it saves you time in looking for anything. When you're organized, you're able to plan your time. You're able to, focus on the task at hand and get it done. When you are more organized, you are more productive because your mind is in one place, you're not all over the place. You are much more productive. You are more organized. You're able to conserve your energy. You're able to conserve your resources. You're able to maximize your resources. So even if you have people, once you're organized, everybody knows what they should do and how they should do it. So all of these benefits of being organized is so, like I tell my people, as a tailor, as a fashion designer, you cannot succeed and excel in this field without one, being organized and being coordinated. It's not possible. You'll keep messing up your jobs, you keep disappointing your customers, and you'll be frustrated, you'll be bitter, you'll be stressed out, you'll be burnt out. And hopefully, I hope you don't get to be depressed or suicidal like I got to. So I'm going to be sharing with you about 8 points to help you get organized in your business. Then we can take questions afterward. Number 1 is to declutter your space. Declutter, remove all these fancy that is in your shop. Tailor shop can be a nightmare. Me, I was one of them. You will keep pieces in your shop that you have been keeping since 2018 that you have not used. In your mind, you use it in 2025. By the time you even bring it out, you would have changed color, would have hands, would have eaten it, it is dirty, it is smelly. Declutter your space. What you don't need, please dispose of it. I tell people there is a principle I learned last year, and it works so well for me. You are asking for more blessing, but your shelves are full of rubbish. Your shelves are not well arranged. Where would the new job come into? Where would the new job come into? Where are you telling the Lord that you're showing the Lord that you are full, but full of what? Full of nothing. Clear your shelves. Clear your shelves. Take the trash out. Don't leave trash inside. Take out the rubbish so that I can create space for the blessing the Lord wants to bless you with this season. Clear your shelves. And then when you are folding things, please don't just throw things on the shelf or throw things everywhere. Fold them neatly and keep them on your shelves in an organized manner. Label those clothes so that you know who has what. Declutter your space. Let it not be scattered. We'll get there. I will expatiate further in a further point. Right? Declutter your space. Look for things, whatever you don't need, please take it out of your shop. Even if you have a mansion, you don't fill up your mansion with rubbish now. Your mansion can be full of riches and treasures. So create space for those things in your outfits. So I would advise you to declutter your space. Number 2, keep records. Keep records. The 2 records I'm going to deal with today is 1, your sales records. In the fashion business structure workshop, I share templates with them on how to keep a proper sales record. Because if your information is incomplete, it's as bad as not even having kept any record at all. So when you're keeping records, you're asking yourself, what kind of records do I want to keep in my sales record? Me, what I keep, let me share with you now. Being on Olufemi's page, like Olufemi said, we'll go way back. So today is no holds barred. I'm giving out everything. So collect. Right? So number 1, keep your sales record. Of course, you should have the date of the sale. You should have the name of the customer. You should have the amount of, of whatever sale it is. You should have the deposits that was paid, the day deposit was paid, the outstanding balance. Me, I always write agreed delivery date. It's very important because sometimes you might think you must know your agreed delivery date so that you ensure with everything in you that you do not disappoint that customer. But if you don't have a place where you are able to track your delivery date, so you're able to know which one you should do this week, which one you should do today, which one you should do tomorrow. So some of them won't tell you can't pick up that they'll just show up in your shop because you've told them to come on Tuesday by 12 o'clock. So people are that precise. 12 sharp, they're in your shop and where's my clothes? You have forgotten, you have not tracked because you don't have records to guide you, to serve as your memory. So it's important to keep your sales record. And further, apart from writing the agreed delivery date, I like to write my actual delivery dates. Because in business, I want to be sure how much I have kept to my word to my customers. And if I'm not performed satisfactorily, it gives me direction on where I need to work on and how I can improve upon that lapse. So of course, I have payment status, delivery status, which shows, and then if balance was paid and then what have you. So your sales record must be that detailed. So you are able to track, because your sales record will help you to even know where your debtors. Your sales record will help you to know what is, pending for delivery in a particular period of time. Then the next record I encourage everybody here to keep is to what? Time your production. It sounds like Greek to a lot of people. Before you go time your production, well, what are your products? Do you know your products? You must categorize your products as a fashion designer. Have buckets for them. Because the goal is not for you to work alone forever. You should never be anybody's goal. But most like I always say, they'll say, just start small, and you grow big, have big dreams, but start small. But if you do not lay the foundation for that growth, you will stay small, you will stay broke, you will stay stuck, you will stay bitter, you will stay frustrated, you will stay stressed out. So my job here is to guide you to lay that foundation for that growth you desire. You might be one man today, but you will not be one man forever. And the earlier that you put in these things in place to ensure that you're ready for that growth when it comes, when the blessings descend on you, you're prepared, you're open. When the fertile seeds are being sown, your soil is fertile, your soil is loose, your soil is ready for growth, and then the seed can germinate and it becomes a tree, and it becomes a very beautiful and fruitful tree that's able to even feed people for generations to come. And that's my prayer for every business here today. Right? So you need to categorize your products. For Mazino Fashion, I'll just say maybe like 3-4 of our products. We have lace skirts and blouse, we have Ankara skirts and blouse, we have Ankara dress, those are products. It's as simple as that. When I say categorize your product, I'm not saying one big thing. But sit down, what do I normally do? Okay, I do castan. It's a product now, write it down. Okay, I do cheap dress. It's a product, write it down. I do skirts. Fantastic, write it down. I do jackets. If I jacket, everybody calls, what do you call that thing? You tell people, come here, I do mainly corporate wear. So when I tell, I'm interviewing, I said, you don't know how to do jacket. They say, yes. Me, what I'm asking them is tailor jacket. In their mind, what you're asking me they can do is kimono jacket. So these days, I've learned to separate. There's kimono jacket and then there's tailor jacket. I don't think man suit. That was some of these local people call it. You need to understand their language. People don't have to speaking grammar and put yourself in trouble. You understand? So you're defining your products. When I explain what I want to explain next, you understand the importance of that, right? So that way you're able to pre-calculate some of the things you require to make each cloth. If you want to make a skirt, a regular skirt, what do you use? You use lining. How many layers of lining? Because the whole essence of growing your business, you must be able to replicate yourself. Whoever that you're going to employ must be able to do what you're doing and even more than what you're doing. That is the summary of growth. It's by growing capacity. But you can only grow what you know. You can only grow what is documented. It's what is documented that gets replicated. I repeat that. This is what is documented that gets replicated. And replication is the currency of growth, right? So you have categorized your products, right? How long does it take you to do each one? Okay, if I'm doing skirts, 2 hours. If I'm doing a sheet dress without lining, 1.5 hours or 2 hours, with lining 3 hours. For me, lace skirt and blouse, yay. I will spend about maybe 6 hours, 7 hours. So you are what? You have how long it takes. So if you're doing that, it would be nice to also have, maybe if you have a team member that also sews, find him as well. Then get an average of your capacity. So that tells you how long it takes to make that particular outfit. So that serves as, for now, as your capacity. So by the time you know that, oh, I have 5 skirts, I have 3 skirts and blouses, I have 2 jackets, you can sum the time, it takes to do all of these things and give, maybe like what do you call that thing now? Oh my goodness, there's a name for it. And give like small allowance, yeah, to accommodate, unforeseen circumstances. And they're able to say, okay, fine, this is today. With the jobs I have on ground now, this is how long it will take us to complete it. A lot of tailors don't do that. That is why we end up disappointing our customers. You just collect work and be hoping that we'll work very hard, we'll not go home, we'll do overnight. No, you must be able to track your productivity. You must know how long it takes you to do each thing, and that serves as a target for whether you're even going to employ to do the things. And also helps you to know what you can take per time. And if you have potential, you're also able to know that, okay, I have capacity to do 10 things, these 10 things, and I have 10 things for these 2 weeks that's left in this year, just in quotes, right? I can't do this work alone. No. You're also able to make decisions. The beauty about having records, the beauty about business structure. I'll get to structure because I've realized one thing in my structure journey in coaching that when I talk about structure, people are like, structure, big grammar. All these things we are talking about, let me bust your bubble, is all putting structure in your business. Everybody needs structure. You want to grow, you must start right. If you don't start right, there's nothing like growth for you, right? So I'm saying that you must do your capacity. You must write down the time you need to produce those items. So these things take time. But I'm telling you that you should please commit to it to help yourself. So one task I'll give you after this class, if you've not already done it, have a book, put all these columns that I have said, and write down all the orders you have collected that you have not delivered, that are in work in progress with you and in your shop. And then begin to calculate your capacity and begin to know whether the delivery time you are giving that your customer, you are going to be able to meet up. See, most customers are not wicked. If I've told a customer your clothes will be ready in 2 weeks' time, and I do this exercise I'm telling you to do now, I'm like, Mazino, you want to go and overpromise, this clothes, you cannot be ready until 3 weeks' time. If I'm telling my customer maybe 2 weeks before the delivery time that, ma, due to, some circumstances in my shop, I would have to delay your work for maybe a week or for 3 days or for 4 days. The customer would appreciate that and would not be angry. Well, there's something that are time bound though. Like somebody's wedding is only one day. Cannot be telling the customer that her customer will be ready after her wedding day. She will not forgive you. So you might need to prioritize some of those jobs, period. However, for some of them, I know that maybe the events, you still have like 3 weeks grace or 2 weeks grace. You can beg for maybe 3 days, extra to ensure you're able to deliver on the work and don't disappoint the customer. But you cannot do this without coming from a place of information, of having ready information to arm yourself to be able to make those decisions. So when you have written out, you're not asking yourself, do I need to get extra people to do this work on maybe a contractual basis? Oh, do I need to, get more time, give my workers incentive to work extra hours so we can meet up? So when you understand your challenge, you are not equipped. You're not equipped with, getting knowledge or getting information or taking action that will help you to solve these challenges that would help you not to disappoint your customers. Number 3 is to keep routines, create routines, plans, and schedules. So now you have created you have your, what do you call it? You have your sales record, you have your records, you have all the work you need to do. You know your capacity now, right? So your capacity is time it has taken you to do every task you've done, you categorize your products. Then if you are a one-man person, okay, fine. This is the time it takes you to do certain things. If you have people with the 3 or 4, this is how long it takes to do this work that we have, right? You must now plan and schedule your production. For everybody, they must have tasks assigned to them. For Monday now, what are people going to be doing? For Tuesday, what are you going to be doing? For what are you going to be doing? It is important that people are aware of the task ahead. They can prepare. For instance, if you have scheduled to do based on, whatever your sales order record is very important. Based on order of when you have to deliver, it's important that you plan your schedule of production along those lines. There's no need producing clothes and delivering in 1 month's time and leaving that clothes and delivering tomorrow. What's that? You will start with those ones that are due for delivery fast. That's commonsensical, isn't it? That's where you start from. That's the essence of keeping your sales records, of writing it down. And that's important part. Agreed delivery date is important that you note it down somewhere and you track it. So part of routine might be that, okay, every morning or every day or every Friday, I will track my sales order to see how well my production is matching. Because guess what? Sales and operations go hand in hand. Marketing is making your customers aware of what you're doing. Sales is getting them to what? Patronize you. Operations is what will help you to what? Deliver on the promises that you have given to them in the sales process. So if you have promised a customer 2 weeks, you've promised a customer a particular kind of design, operations is one that will make it happen at that time to the quality that the person wants. So if you mess up your operation, then you're in problem. So you must track that time. You must track it in your sales order. So that is bit of creating routines. You must create a routine so that you must have time for everything. You must plan your day ahead. You must plan your week ahead. It is so important. You must plan. Like I was explaining that I went out in the morning, I came back. What I now started to do is that I will have days I go to the market. I will have days I attend to customers. I will have days I go marketing. I will have days I do my pattern drafting. I had to create that routine. So I would have times I do certain things in the business. Like keeping records. If you do not plan to keep your records, you don't plan the time of the day. That now this time I keep the record. You will not keep it though. If you don't plan this time and this time, you will not keep it. You will not do it. It's about intentionality. So it is important that you have pockets of time. You cannot, that's if you can go to market for the whole day. But in my shop now, I go to market Tuesdays and Fridays, period. Tuesdays and Fridays. So by Monday, you know, okay, this is what you want to do. You're able to plan. So on that Tuesday, you've already prepared yourself mentally. In Lagos market, you have to prepare mentally. Lagos market can make you go gaga, can make you cray cray. You have to prepare mentally to go to Lagos market. All the shoving, pushing, no more Okada, walking long distances in the sun. It's crazy, right? So you must prepare yourself mentally. So you're going to decide, do I want to go in the morning or do I want to go in the... Everybody has their own biological clock, has their own biological time frame. Some of us are active in the morning, some of us are active in the afternoon, some of us are active in the evening. So I cannot advise you, this is the time. You should study yourself and do what works for you. But you must create those time slots. You must create that routine. For people that are doing my store, they know that before they go home, they must clear the shop. We have a clear desk policy. You must clear the shop. You must clear your table. You must clear everything. You cannot leave your clothes scattered all over your machine. Because I have a separate person that comes to clean the shop. When I told them that if you have left one piece in someone and the person that does this falls on the floor, he will sweep that cloth and go and throw it away in the dustbin. So everybody has their bags. They must clear everywhere and keep it there. When my storekeeper comes in the morning, she must tidy up the store, check for things, give them work. The day before, since you already scheduled that you're going to do this particular work the next day, by 4 p.m. every day, they must get all the material that they'll use to sew work the next day. Because I have scheduled it, because I have planned it. But I don't know if I have the picture. Maybe later I'll share it with Femi. I will show you what my board looks like. For the whole week, everybody knows what they are doing. They know their targets. And they're able to join. I said join. I saw kids join the live. I said they're able to join. Hi, kids. My goodness. I got distracted. Sorry. So they're able to know what they're able to do. So this reduces drastically. You're disappointing people because you're organized. You're organized. You're put together. I hate crisis. Like, I tell people I don't like emergencies. In my shop, they know me. I can't function that way. I'm too hyper. I'm doing too many things. I cannot afford to be disorganized. Disorganized. Oh my goodness. Disorganized, Joe. Hope nobody's laughing at me, right? I cannot afford to be disorganized. Sometimes looking like a very mouthy word, right? I must put my mental space together. So I have to create systems and processes. See where it's all coming together to ensure that I maintain my sanity. So they go to the next day, they're like, madam, what are we going to do today? And I have to repeat the work. There's no thread, though. There's no zip, oh. One person will actually run to the market, go actually buy the thread, go and buy the zip. Will now come back. The tailor is now jobless, he's waiting, oh. NEPA is running, or you're running generator. While only one tailor is sewing, the other person is idle. It's a royal mess. Why do you want to do that to yourself? At the end of the day, you definitely fit that cloth going to have, you have already timed it, you scheduled it, right? They're going to take you 5 hours to do that cloth. And the customer going for it that evening, for instance, now, or the next day. If that person does start the work within a particular time, you cannot finish at the scheduled time. So that is already automatic that you have disappointed that customer. So it's very, very important that we create routines, schedules, and plans for our activities, even if you're a solopreneur. And that is where I started. Your time is your greatest asset. Plan your time. Have time for everything. Like, have time for everything. Have time for pressing your phone. Have time for checking your phone. Have time for going on Facebook and Instagram. Have time for answering phone calls. Have time for, as you must have time. And I tell people that don't lose yourself because of your business. Based on your values, even your family, schedule time for it. Is that bad? There's time for children. There's time for husband. There's time to cook. There's time to, yes. Oh, sorry. I like to do patterns early in the morning. So I know that once I get into the shop, the day before, I already plan the patterns I want to do.
Well done, ma.
So I'm not
Thank you
thinking
very
about it.
much.
Sometimes if you start your day thinking
Please,
about what you want to do
have the
sometimes, it takes
having
so much
time.
energy
Can
from
you
you.
give me the
It
previous
takes so much
point?
energy from you. So you need to be, I like the way you're able to plan, you're able to schedule. Oh, but Ryan, I want to say something.
No, go
But
ahead.
Ryan,
Go ahead.
oh, sorry. You know what I would,
No, go ahead.
okay, so I should go ahead, right?
Yes, you can go ahead.
Okay, sorry. Thanks for that. Right. So when you are able to plan, it gives you power over and control over your space. See, whether you're in a small cubicle or you're in a duplex in Lekki, or you're in a 10-room mansion in Lekki Ekpe Expressway, see, that organization is very important. You must be on top of your operation. You must be able to plan, you must be able to schedule, you must be able to, create routines. And the beauty about routines is it's like when you wake up now, for you people that have routines, right? When you wake up, or feel as you wake up, you want to pray. When you pray, you get up. So once I do exercise, or when we remember to share, you quickly do the exercise. You want to go and put water or fire for the children to bathe. Okay, you want to go and wake the children up, let them start doing their chores, say their prayers, do everything. You go and prepare breakfast. So you have to that. Yeah, it's like autopilot. You're not thinking about it. You're not thinking about it. But these are things you do every day. So because they are routine, you are not expending your energy to do them. So do that for your business. There should be specific time you do things. And it also helps your staff, if you have any, to be productive as well. Because I tell people that it's the way you run yourself. You have to start from self-management. You must manage yourself before you can manage people. I tell people it's easy for you to say, okay, I want to be a boss, I want to have a team. Fantastic. Well, if you've not learned how to manage your time, you have to be a leader, not a manager. To be a fashionpreneur, you can never be targeted to be a manager, be telling people what to do. You must be able to show them, you must be the example. You must be a living embodiment of the attributes, the values, everything your business is. It must be you. It must be in you. So when you get people, they're able to replicate you and do it better than you, right? Like I said, create routines, plans, and schedules. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is what creates workflow. Create a workflow. What happens when a job comes in? What happens? Do your people know? And if you say you don't have people yet, when you not have people, would they know? How would they know if you don't create it? So you must create your workflow. And let me explain what a workflow is. Just showing showing how things are done from beginning to end. Let's not speak grammar here. Oh, I start speaking and people now run, they will say, I must have to grammar. Right? So create a sequence in which you want to do your activities. Create a sequence. I hope somebody is writing these things down. Create a sequence. Okay, what happens? We'll call them processes, right? Create a system. Okay, this is order fulfillment. Create the process, which is a set of activities that you do to achieve a set goal. Quite simple definition of processes, right? So now that you have your processes lined up, what are now the procedures? These are now these tiny, the how to. This is what you want to do. Okay, how do you now do it? You must create that workflow. If an order comes into your business now, and so what? What happens? So a sample workflow in my own business can be, okay, fine. You record the order. Okay, for me, I say, okay, let me come back. Let me not be. Let me not be bebe too, right? Let me not be. Let me come back. right? Okay. Moturayo, this one you're just jumping over. Oh my goodness. Anyway, so first, you get an order. So the two questions you ask, is this a new order or an existing order? I'm talking about bespoke now. If it's a new order, then that means it's a new customer rather. Is it a new customer or an existing customer? If it's a new customer, that means you don't have that person's measurement. So measurements have to be taken. If it's an old customer, there are two questions that follow. Number one, how old is the customer? If the last time you saw that customer, maybe like, for me, we do over 3 months, because you know how women's body can be. Even in 1 month, many things can happen. But it will not be that bad. But after 3 months, after 6 months, after 1 year, you will have to remeasure. So even if it's an old customer, what to ask them is, do your old clothes still fit? If they fit, then that's fine. You can use the old measurements. But at that time, you say, that's true, but I've added a lot of weight. That's true, but you don't have the baby last year. But I've heard all sorts of things. So it's important to ask those questions. Never assume. So once you have identified that, if it's an existing customer, in my establishment, we have different, customer numbers. For every customer has their own unique number, and their patterns are filed chronologically in our filing cabinet for customers. So bring out that person's unique customer file that has their original patterns. And in the original pattern jacket, they have the basic bodies, basic sleeve, basic skirts, right? Those are the three basic, everybody's in everybody's file. So number one, you now agree on the style. It's very, very important. For production, you can call it the tech pack. You are very clear. Your technical drawing is like, you have to be really clear. Because a lot of customers, they send pictures, right? Before you now begin to hear what I ordered versus what I got. You must be very clear on those details to the T. Don't say, zoom the picture, and then you might look like you are saying something silly. Maybe you see a pocket here, say, there's pocket. You'll be shocked that customer, you don't see the pockets. So if you are going ahead to, go and make the cloth the pocket, you're like, I made the pocket, I hate it, I hate pockets. But what part of the thing that she told you to do for her? So be very, agree on the style details. That's all parts of your order taking on. We're doing order fulfillment, right? So one of the sub-processes is what? Is the order taking. So I'm now giving you the procedures underneath it. It's important that you should have this handy. So that even if a staff is going to handle this in the future, that person is guided on what to do, right? So you've taken the customer's measurement, the order. So you log it into your sales book. You agreed on the delivery time, and delivery terms is very important. So customers these days, they believe that delivery is free. Delivery is not free. So you agree delivery terms. Are they going to come and pick up, or are you going to deliver? And when you say deliver, I know that I tell you by 1 point deliver is dispatch. So we'll bill you for dispatch at a fee. So you have to agree from the word get go. So don't, when the person has paid you, say, it's 20K, the person paid you 20K in full and it's happy that he has paid you money. That's it, your cloth is ready, please send 2K for delivery. Like, I want you to tell me, I thought that the 2K was part of the delivery charge, right? So you agree on all those, gotten your orders, you've logged it into your sales book. Once that enter your sales book, like, you put on the engine of your establishment. So what happens next? Number one, you've logged into your sales book, so it will now enter into a schedule. So you're going to schedule where you want to do the work. True or false? So schedule where you want to do the work. Then that is on the procurement side. On that production side, if it's a new customer, you have to do her patterns. If it's an existing customer, you have to trace the patterns, elongate the pattern, and style the pattern ready to be cut. Am I correct? So when you cut the cloth, you see the cloth. But before you are stitching the cloth, as you are also, preparing the patterns and everything, procurement is also admin is being activated. So admin now prepares a budget to, make that cloth. However, I thought we don't go and be doing voyage for one cloth. It's not productive. That's the beauty of planning. That's the beauty of scheduling. So for this week now, or for the next 3 days, you should know what you want to do and go to the market for all of them at once. All right. So you go to the, you have scheduled based on what you schedule for that period of time, which that particular order is a part of. You go and procure the things, you put it in the store, at the appointed time, a day before, you give the the tailor sews the cloth, you do your quality control. We'll still come to that. Do your quality control, the cloth is okay, you do your finishing, you do your quality assurance, the cloth is okay, you package. At the point of packaging, somebody's calling customer, your cloth is ready. Customer comes to pick up the cloth, or you dispatch based on your agreed delivery terms at the point of order taking, and then If it's okay, customer pays balance. If it's not okay, you do amendments. Order fulfillment complete. Everybody's happy. You must take your time to create that workflow. So that if anybody, even if you are delegating part of that structure, of that process to anybody, it's like a self-containing thing. They're able to excel because they are clear on what they have to do. So the next thing I'm going to say is I say you should have where you keep things. And please ensure you put things there. You should have where you keep your zips, you keep your threads, you keep your lining, you keep your stay. They should be in a particular place, not all scattered everywhere. There will be specific places you keep specific things. And please, at every point in time, don't be lazy. Sometimes it's just laziness. You just fling things around. Then one day start looking for it. As if you're looking for what now? How? I'll take your time to create. Today now decide, okay, like in my shop, it's a place to keep things for amendments. It's a place to keep things that customers, bring fabric. We put it here. There's a place we keep things that we're ready to work on. They work for this, we could keep it somewhere. There's a place we put things that they have cut. It's there. There's a place we put, the tailors put things that they have finished sewing and ready for quality control. It's there. There's a place where you keep things that they have finished. It's there. There's a place where, it is very clear. It is very clear. So there's a place for you put needle. There's a place you put button. There's a place, everybody, and there are some of them. So it's very clear. So when you get a new admin person now, the person is not lost. The person understands that, if I want needle, I go here. Even if there's no light, the person's eyes are closed. If he goes to that place, he should be able to at least, even if he's to be able to touch it. Keep things, take your time to keep everything in their place. So create simple standards. Create simple standards. Very simple things. How do you want your work to be done? Have you taken your time to even define how you want your work to be done? So that by the time you are employing people, apart from even employing people right now, let's say you are the only one serving your people, right? If you have defined what you want as your standard, then you're able to continuously deliver on your brand promise to your customer. That will keep them coming back. And you have a job to also keep upping the bar. So they'll keep coming back, they'll keep loving you, they'll keep telling their friends. Then when you also employ people, you're able to share that standard with them, and that serves as a guide for them. So they don't get, everybody comes to do their village team in your establishment. There's a way that we do things here. This is how we do things. However, we are a learning brand. I've had super tailors that have come and they have upped my game. That's simple home truth. However, don't take me back to trenches or where I don't know. It is clear. So we are learning. We listen to ourselves, we'll have our meeting, we'll have our brainstorming sessions, we look for how to do things better. Because one of our values, creativity, we only look for ways to do things better to remain relevant to our customers. So do you have standards? Because some of you will employ people, you not tell them that your sewing allowance is half inch, your sewing allowance is 1 inch, or your hemming allowance is 1.5. You expect them to know. It's not fair to them. You don't start shouting, you don't start getting upset, So not every tailor is bad, like I keep saying. Sometimes we have not done our job as employees, as CEOs. So it's important that we put these things in place so that when you even hire new people, you should have an onboarding process. Don't just hire anybody. Before you hire anybody, you're asking yourself, it's called doing a job description. What do you want this person to have? What qualifications? What personal attributes? What skills you want this person to have, to possess? Where can I find this kind of people? So when you're doing recruitment, don't just jump and go and recruit. In the fashion business structure workshop, we'll be teaching you how to do your HR planning. You forecast, based on your capacity, based on your vision, based on your strategic goals, based on your operational plan. We're able to bring it down to help you to know, okay, fine, in the next 3 months, this is what I want to do. And I begin to work towards it. So you're not somebody that, you just wait for life to happen. You take control of your destiny, you take control of your life, of your business, of your vision, and you make it happen. You birth it, you make it happen, you make it grow. So you are clear on, okay, this is what I want. And the job description is so important because it tells you what, it defines their roles and responsibilities. There are people that you would employ for 5 days, they have not done anything. They say for administrative staff, it's so bad. They don't even know what to do. Everybody is doing everything. I tell people before you even assign another tailor, the number one person I would advise you to employ is to employ an operations or admin assistant. Someone that can go to markets, someone that can tack your buttons, someone that can hem your clothes, someone that can do some basic books for you. You would naturally they are cheaper than tailors, you would increase your own personal capacity by at least 50%. Then when you now employ that tailor, that same person has the capacity to support at least between 1 to 5 tailors, even more, if that person is also empowered. So when you get tailors and you're telling the tailor to go to market, that same tailor will go and employ, that same tailor will go and measure customer, that same customer, that tailor will sweep floor, that same customer will be the one, that tailor will not be productive. It will not be productive. So you need to be clear. What are your business needs? Be realistic. And if you get all this money, sometimes because you can use your apprentice, but when you have a clear, you know what you want this person to do in the big scheme of things, it becomes easy for you to be able to achieve it. So it's important that you define what you need. How many tailors do you need? You need an operations and admin assistant. What kind of job do I want them to do? What kind of skills do I want? And this will also help you to form your interview questions now. To form when you are receiving CVs or when you are receiving, candidates. These are things that will guide you to ensure that you get the best fit for your business. Don't be in a hurry to hire. Because if you hire, you would also fire in that fast sequence. Right? So the last thing I'm going to be talking about today, we've spoken about so many things. So after this class, I'll be sharing a couple of things with you, right? I'm going to share some templates. That is if you are interactive, or I like to reward only interactive classes. So if people are able to be interactive, I'm going to share a couple of these templates with you to just help you on your journey. The last thing I'm going to talk about to help you to be organized, to help you, not to disappoint your customers this period, is to create simple policies. Simple policies. That's why you are shouting. Nobody will come late to be shouting. For what? Create small policy. If you come late, 500 naira. When the person comes late, you just give the person good morning. Everybody's happy. Happy? By the time you debit that person 5K for coming late 10 times, nobody tell that person to come early. So you have reduced your BP, you have kept your sanity, and you have helped that person to help himself. Simple policies. My tailors had a habit of always forgetting to put label and size in clothes. I said, no problem. If you don't put it, it's 500 naira, label, 500 naira size. I realized that people used to fight in my shop. I said, verbal abuse, 2,000. I don't even increase to 3,000. Physical, 5,000. So there's something, one person say, what do you call it? What are insulting them? Don't feel 2K, if you share it, you need 2K to be playing. And naturally, this has helped to, keep them in check. Right? It has helped. I realized, my battery is going low. Please give me 1 minute. I just looked up. Sorry. So soon go off. My phone will soon go off. Oh, great. Okay, I'm back up. Sorry, please. What's happening? So sorry. My battery, I just looked up now. Okay, I think I'm back up now. Yes. Great. Okay, so sorry. I realized that my battery was running there. I looked up 18%, can go off any moment. So I had to quickly plug my battery. So I have listed about 8 things, that you can do to ensure that you don't disappoint your customers. So you can see that all of these things I've mentioned is just a tip of what you get in the fashion business structure workshop. Because for me, I've been in business for 15 years and I've gone through pain. That's why I said that we're sharing some of my horror movie stories with you. We can laugh about it now, but then it was not funny. We started, we grew fast, everything came crumbling down. I was in 12 million naira debt. I was depressed. I was unhappy. And I'm like, with all I know, with all I've been, save me now. I don't have anything to my name. I just have base on my head. And gradually, I had to begin to get knowledge. I had to begin to look inwards. I had to begin to put in this necessary structure. So you might ask, what is this structure they're talking about? Structure is that framework that helps you achieve your dreams. Structure is, composed of systems that, that is made up of certain activities that are arranged in a way to help you achieve your dreams, to actually achieve your business goals. That's a simple definition of structure. And it's made up of your systems, your policy, your processes, your procedures, and your policies. Those are the components of structure. You might be wondering, structure again? Yes, structure is everything that we have said today. Structure helps you to coordinate your it helps you to even put those what are processes? A list of activities arranged in a sequence to ensure that you're able to achieve a set goal. So it's a list of processes. All these that were mentioned today, you must create them for your business. And I tell people that if you do not start right, then where are you going to? Your possibilities of growth are so slim. And that's why you said that almost, in fact, I think the rate has even gone up now. I think it should be 80 or 90% of, businesses shut down within the first 1 year. Why do you think this happens? Because a lot of them, they start on very faulty foundations. They're not able to grow. The owner falls sick, the business is dead. Nothing happens. I was ill a lot this year. But my business was running, and in fact, they made more money in my absence. Ironically speaking, truth be told. And I was like, wow, this people don't need me. Glory. So I am committed to using this wealth of experience to really help as many people as possible to put this structure to start right. Because fashion is a labor of love. You are trying to help people look beautiful, feel good, look nice. You don't want to die in the process. You don't want to be frustrated or bitter or get stressed out in the process. Your dream is to serve more people. Your dream is to grow your revenue so that you are fulfilled. So my own job here is to help you, to teach you, to equip you to have those necessary things that you need to put in place to ensure that you are ready for growth. Therefore, you have to even be stable before you grow. They're able to stabilize your business. They're able to grow your business sustainably. I use the word sustainably. Some people will move from 1 customer to 20 customers in 1 month and move back to 1 customer in the next 3 months because they are disappointing their customers. So it is important that not only should you grow, you want to grow sustainably. You are growing consistently, right? You move from 1 tailor, 5 tailors. Oh dear, from 1 tailor to 5 tailors to 10 tailors, you are consistently growing. You are moving from 100,000 or 20,000 to 100,000, from 100,000 to 200,000, from 200,000 to, you are consistently growing. And you cannot grow this way without structure. You can't. Because you cannot work alone. You cannot keep working alone. And even when you're working alone, for you to maximize potential and ready your business for that growth and expansion, you must put that structure. You must start now. Structure is not just for established business, for everybody. So are you having a business idea that you want to grow your business? Do you have a business that you want to start, you're ready to start? Or are you already in business? You must put the structure. So come the 3rd to 18th of December, we are going to roll in our sleeves. I would hold your hands. Oh my goodness, 9 modules. 9 modules from vision to sales and marketing, to operations, to administration, to human resources, to finance, to management. It's a whole lot. And you don't have to think everything for yourself. And I'm telling you that don't worry, stay with me. I have gone to the farm. I have harvested beautiful things. Come, I have cooked the soup. Come and eat. Done for you templates, well over 25 for you. You have both the templates and you have the done for you sample. Just go, change, edit, and go and apply. Because I know you are very people. And since I have it, why not share? And how much is this workshop? It is just 25,000. However, between now and November 10, it's going for 20,000 naira, and you can pay 2 times. 10,000 naira now before November 10, and the balance of 10,000 naira by November 30th. So you can partake of that discount, right? So Mr. Femi will be dropping the details. Like I said, I have 3 goodies for you, but I'll only drop them based on the level of participation and interaction in this class. So thank you so much. I really hope you've gotten value today. So I'm open for questions now. Hello? Can you hear me? Hello? Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, great. So I'm saying, do we have any questions or comments?
I would like to comment, ma'am. Good afternoon.
Hi, Stella. Good
Good
afternoon.
afternoon, ma'am. Thank you very much for sharing your very innovative ideas. I've joined your class before. It's like the second time I'm hearing from you, and it's always nice to hear from you. Thank you so much, ma'am, for sharing your ideas. Yes, I would
You're very
love to
welcome.
join that class again, this next class. I know it will be fire like the other one as
Hi,
well.
y'all.
And I can't wait to get all the juicy
Thank you so much.
details from the class. Thank you very much, ma'am, for sharing with us.
Very welcome. I look forward to welcoming you to the class. So the link will be shared in the chat. So you just click, and enjoy the discount while it lasts. And enjoy this free price while it also lasts. Next year will be
Mazino,
more expensive. Sir?
thank you very much. We appreciate it. Thank you so much. So, Constabella is one of the people I plan to share the link with. So it's one of the people taking class sessions with me, and I know that we are talking structure already, and she's definitely going to join your class. I believe so.
Thank you.
Yes, so I'm
Does
Good.
going
anybody
to.
else have a question? I'm open for questions.
Questions, please. If you have questions, you ask now. Mazino is a very busy person, so you may not be able to ask questions after this time. So it's good for you to ask your questions now about structure. What are the issues you'll be having that concerns the things she has mentioned today that you would like her to shed more light on? So we have little time. We are supposed to be done by 12. This is 13 minutes more. So I'm going to give some minutes more. So it's time for you to ask questions you want to ask. So it's good to do it now. So you try want to speak. Okay, you can speak now.
Good morning. Thank you very much. Really, I really appreciate I've gotten enough value from you. My question is that I want to ask if in the case of you have a structure and a customer walked in for emergency, how do you handle such person? Are you going to tell the person to wait for you to plan on yourself, or are you is it advisable to take the job? I want to know.
Okay, well, on this issue of emergency is a very, very, very sensitive one. And I'm being very real with you. It's a very sensitive one. But for your business, so for me, my timeline is minimum is 3 weeks. Currently now is between 5 to 6 weeks. Because like I told you, I've been ill. I had to tell myself that look, I cannot do more than that. So for a lot of my bespoke customers, I give between 4 to 6 weeks currently. However, in the scheme of things, that's why the beauty of the schedule, right? That is the beauty of the schedule. If you look at your schedule and you see you cannot accommodate it, it is better you reject that job. You have information, you have power. There are customers that is difficult to say no to, not just for the money. I had a customer that came to me. She had a wedding in 2 days' time. This was she even tried. He was poor even 3 days. She came said that she wanted to make something like my no, I can't be less than 3 weeks and everything. And she made a comment. They're like, I don't know, but the past 7 years, I've not gone anywhere else. That's the only thing I do. They're now pursuing me. And time I'm doing this. Sincerely speaking, I have to accommodate that job. But I can only accommodate it because I could. hear me and hear me well. Because I could. Because of the relationship we had, and because of her history, there are customers that they are used to having fabric in their house. It is 3 days to the occasion that they will remember to go to the tailor's workshop. They should delete my number. However, this person has not been like this. So for that reason, I'm willing to see, okay, this is called discretion. I'm using my discretion now to say, oh, how can I accommodate this? But I cannot use discretion without being realistic or being pragmatic. Because if I have other customers that have come early, I cannot disappoint them because of this person that just come in. I'm really, really sorry. So I'm going to give you two scenarios. In that woman's scenario, right, I was able to say that, oh, okay, tomorrow, some of the job I told people that I would deliver on Friday, if I would even done them. So we had some time to spare to be able to accommodate her cloth. This was one cloth, and she was kind enough to do a very simple style that will not take so much time. So we're able to accommodate that one. I have another scenario of a similar customer, a very good customer, wonderful customer that came. And I told her, no, I have to reject the job. But I know you're no. I said, ma, I have my hands are full. If I can, I will. And normally our time is 3 weeks. And to be fair to you, you have always kept to that. You've never come for an emergency work this before. But ma, I beg to reject this work. We can't do it. And sincerely, she didn't get angry. She said, Mazino, I respect you even more for being able to say no to this job. Because that means that I am assured that if I bring a cloth here, you will not disappoint me because somebody else does an emergency work for you. You can imagine. And share your hearing. See how customers are playing the emotional game with somebody. Do you understand? So I've had those two scenarios play out several times. So like I said, that it's very important to know your capacity. It's very important to keep your records and keep your schedule intact so they're able to know what you can do per time. And that's why every time I do my schedule, I always leave that gap because I understand the industry that we're in. Do you understand? I always leave, at least one day free in the week for maybe adjustments, for maybe planning, meetings, or anything that can happen. If I cannot even afford a full day, at least in every week, I must plan for at least 6 hours. That's half a day, at least. So I tend to such things. So if I maybe use it for somebody else, maybe this other customer came first, I've used that place, what they call that thing, that space I've assigned for emergency work like that, I've used up for somebody, then there's nothing I can do. The answer is going to be no. But very politely, with a lot of empathy, with a lot of, you let the person understand. Nobody say, I know, I cannot sew the clothes. That person, especially the person I've not done it before, the person will get offended. I'm like, I'm not coming to you before, but why are you talking like this? But the way you tell the customer, the person will know that you really want to do the work, but you're unable to. And the person, trust me, will respect you more for it. There are customers that might know, that might get angry and start doing emotional blackmail. That, can you imagine? But by the time you explain to the person that you really can't, that you have, a job that must go tomorrow, maybe you have a wedding, a bridal job on Saturday, you cannot afford the bride and all your hands are full. And the person would understand that there's nothing the person can do. The person can choose to either do a ram buba or just, use the daily and do this to show the person bought their shoe. It's nobody's fault. These things happen. So you cannot take the blame or the rap for anything. So let your policies guide you. Let your records guide you. Right? So that way you don't feel guilty. Do you understand? You don't feel guilty. And when you're armed with that information, you're able to communicate, in a professional way to the customer. So the person understand that you really want to do this job, but you can't. And the person will be saying, oh yeah, sorry, hey, I'm telling you. All right. So Anna, I hope I answered your question.
Yes, ma. Yes, ma.
Yes. This is season of emergency work and season of disappointment. So please guard your sense. Use your whole sense to do this work. I beg you. All
Hello,
right.
ma.
Hi, Informer. How you doing? Good to
Good
see you here.
morning. I just
Morning.
want to
Are
say
you in the
thank
are
you.
you in the meeting? I have to do.
Mama, Nana, we still never see road finish. I just want to say, I just want to say thank you so much for pouring your heart out as always. I got something new again. It's like I'm rehyped and regingered again.
Thank
For
you.
and these few ones too is also going to take us for through this season. This season of even the one where plan, you won't even have the mouth to want to say no, but you just made it so simple that capacity and integrity is very, very vital. Are very, very vital. Thank you so much. I look forward to meeting you in that your course soon.
The
All right,
workshop,
ma.
I look forward to meeting you too. And let me add one more thing to what I said. Look, when you have your schedule done, you're able to make some decisions. I think I mentioned it before. Like my people, at some point, I had to call a meeting and say, look, we cannot afford to reject some of these jobs. We're not the only tailors in Lagos. So CEO, for the next 2 weeks, we agreed. For the next 2 weeks, my resumption time in my street is 9, we work 9 to 7, Monday through Friday. Then Saturdays 10 to 4, alternate Saturdays. So I said, look, before we should do nights, but I said that night used to make them to be very weak and useless the next day. I said, I don't do night again. Me and Makuruka, if I do night, I'm okay. But if they do nights, they are useless the next. I said, please, people should not do night again. Instead, instead of resuming by 9 o'clock, resume by 8 o'clock. Instead of closing by 7 o'clock, close by 8, 9. Then on Saturday, so what if we have to do nights? We do overnight on Friday into Saturday. Then they close like around 2 o'clock. They can go and rest it out over the weekend. So we're able to expand the number of times we had to now serve more people and take more jobs. But it has to be planned for. That's why you information. As the structure is so sweet. It gives you information that will make you to even be making intelligent decisions. I'm telling you. So apart from, so when you have all this kind of information handy, you now know. So of course, you have to give them incentive. So I'll buy lunch for them. So you are able to, that's your job as the CEO. I tell a lot of you here are forgotten that you are CEOs. You are CEOs. And your job is to what? Grow your business. Your job is to ensure that you generate and create strategies that you are able to implement to ensure that you generate revenue and you grow your business. And there's no business without customers. So whatever you are doing, not that we're not speaking grammar, you cannot keep saying no, keep saying no. But having information, you will know at the point where you will know that I need to get one more tailor. I need to get 2 more tailors. In fact, like I have some jobs, I cannot employ everybody and put everybody on payroll. I have some jobs, if I get them, I have people that I have trained over the years, they have established. I'm able to outsource to them because I have standards. I have what they must follow. I'm able to outsource to them. It's okay, fine. Oh yeah, help me do this one. Then we have, our terms. We're able to what? Where everybody's happy. So when you have structured, you not only will you be able to expand just within yours. Maybe I have only one place. Like my one place, I have 5 straight sewing machines. The max I can have is 6 in that place. We have about, I think, 1, 2, 3, 4, about 9 industrial machines in that shop. And that's like the max I can do. What I can get to 10. But if I even get 10, we'll be too choked up. So if I have some jobs, I will have to outsource to people that I've worked with in the past that we have established relationship because I have standards. So creating standards is so important. So it's very, very important. So do you have any other question before I go and drop promise that I'm not ready to fulfill yet? I'm
I
ready
also
to
have
dabble something.
this question,
Moturayo, please speak
please.
to me. Speak to me. Okay, Adenike, sorry. Hi, Adenike.
It's Motuna that is speaking now.
Okay, okay. Hi, how are you? Finally, I get to hear your voice.
Thank you, ma. Another question I have is, in a situation that you want to create a structure and someone is planning to do that, but in that area is like a rural area that they don't really value, and since they don't value, you are not getting high profits to the extent of getting a tailor to assist you. So you have to take the job, do all the activities. What can such person do?
Moturayo, clap for yourself. Eh? This big question I want you to ask for me. Eh? You brought straw, Abi, to chook inside my brain and remove everything.
No, ma. No, ma.
Question, oh. This question itself is one. In fact, it's like 3 workshops in one. Hmm?
Wow.
Anyway, I'm happy you're asking this question because in the fashion business structure workshop, the first thing that we talk about is your vision. I repeat, is your vision. Your vision does not respect your environment. Your vision is not considering your current circumstance. Your vision is as it is put in your heart by your creator. It said the Lord that grants the vision, he makes provision. O ye of little faith. Really create time and ask yourself, why fashion? What am I doing with fashion? What's in Kinimo one day by what I did this year? Because I get you a point you need to ask yourself. So what is your vision? If your vision is to, I don't know what your vision is, but in Mazino Fashions, our vision is to be a global, underline the word global, you know what I'm saying, global, international,
Yes,
yeah?
yes, to be the best
All of
fashion designer.
so, hey, I finished like your vision, my vision, I got time, my vision, right? My
Yes,
vision,
yes,
global fashion brand, empowering women to style to be the best versions of themselves. And my mission is to empower women through style by what creating timeless and elegant clothes and accessories, as well as style education that helps women, especially African women, step out with confidence and in style on their journey to becoming the best versions of themselves. In the workshop, I will teach you how to do all this, how to create your vision, how to create your vision, how to create your values. Now you will come and pay for the workshop, you will come learn that one. You have templates, you
yes,
have
so
examples, you have samples, you have
yes,
everything.
God,
I like soft
God will
life, I like
provide.
soft life. I think it makes life easy. You can pay 2 times, pay 10,000 naira now, pay 10K by mountain. I will tell you, remind me in case I forget, I must share a testimony with you with this statement you just made now. But let me first finish your first question, right? When you are clear on your vision, see, you know what most of us do? Someone will say, go to the north. All of you just start living. What part of the north? Kano is in the north. Kaduna is in the north. Am I correct? Zamfara is in the north. And I've not been to the north, but from what I heard about the north, some of those places, they are as far apart as almost 10 to 20 hours from themselves. So like a lifetime away. What I would desire, like for me now, I'm not an Ashwebi tailor. I do Ashwebi, I do things for wedding and whatever, but that's not my core area of strength. Do you understand? So the way I'm going to, position is different from you. That is maybe an Ashwebi tailor. Some people, they're like, oh, I want to create styles that will make my customers stand out in parties. That is their mission statement. It's not my own. No. My own is that I want to help you to feel confidence. I want to, to understand it. Style goes beyond just the clothes. I'm more of an image consultant. I want to help you to feel powerful, to connect with your own power, and then show up as authentic as yourself. So for me, I say I do a lot of personal development. I do a lot of, style tips. When I'm giving you style, I'm, thinking of how you want to boil your ashiri. Motura, do you have a customer profile? Let me ask you first.
Customer paper.
Profile.
Profile, yes, I have a customer profile.
Can you share it with me? Just tell me
It's the
briefly.
written one. Oh. It's the written one where I put my customer information.
No, that's all that.
Okay, it's
You
not
have
that
like
one.
something
Okay.
that tells you who your customers are. The customer profile is meant to have demographic and psychographic. Demographics entail maybe
Your
the
customer avatar, your customer persona, the kind of
yeah,
customers you want to work with.
Okay, okay. No, I don't have.
yeah. So it's very important. So you see, you have started business. It's just like that. Yeah, one of these people that they'll say, go and pick up my friend from the bus stop. Abi? Bus stop or should the bus stop in Lagos? What is the first question you will ask?
Mm.
Is the person tall? Is the person short? No, be so. Is the
Yes,
person fair? Is the person dark? Then the most
yes.
important question, what is the person wearing?
Hmm.
And then if you want to help yourself, I bet what is around where the person in front of, is there a landmark near where that person is? And if you're
Hmm.
a sharp person, tell the person to stand in front of the tennis park, I don't go there and look at all the other people there, based on what you have told me specific about that person, I can now find it. So,
You say what? I'm not hearing. You say what?
I said that if your friend tells you to go and pick up her sister from the bus stop,
Hmm.
what is the question you will ask that your friend? Will
Is the
you go to
person
the bus stop
tall?
and go
Is it
and
fat? Is it thin?
exactly? What the person wearing? No be so.
Yes. Where is this? Where is the person standing?
Standing, very wonderful. So you are now going into the marketplace. What you are doing, what you just told me that you have not asked yourself all these questions.
Okay.
Moturayo, why are you doing that to your business? It is important you sit down. You know, as designers, what we all believe that you go to fashion school, you finish fashion school, you start sewing for people. Sewing for who? Your customer profile, your customer persona is going to entail who is this customer? How old are they? Are they male? Are they female? Where do they work? What is their income bracket? What are their likes? What are their hobbies? What are their interests? What are their goals? What are their aspirations? What are their behaviors? What are their pain points? What are their wardrobe needs? Then from those their wardrobe needs, especially their pain points, they now ask me, so how can I solve their problem? Which of their wardrobe needs do I want to solve? And that leads you to something else. Which one can I do? There's a difference between the one you want to do and the one you can do. Don't go where you don't know. Step out with your best foot forward. Do you understand? So if it's only boo-boo, you know that you went to go and learn in fashion school, clap for yourself. It is a wonderful thing, you know. You will start from there. But because you have said that you want to be able to dress them for this, and that, you will know that, at that level, you know, I need to upgrade my skill. Oh. That will now form part of your personal development plan and your business growth plan. You see where clarity is very important. Because you have defined your customers, you have defined their pain points, you have defined the wardrobe need that you want to meet. You have also defined their offline and online location. That is a very big part of your customer profiling. Then you have your customer avatar that now describes your customer. I can have a customer avatar for different customer segments. All of this, don't worry. Like I said, that was it's a course on its own. It's just like one topic out of one module, out of 9 modules inside the fashion business structure workshop. Is that okay? So it's important that you define your customer. When you know where they are, you will now determine where you want to position yourself and how you want to serve them. And that brings us home from vision to reality, current reality. So guess what? You might be asked, like the model I had to adopt, and I'm being very real with you. The model I had to adopt is, you might say, oh, you want to go closer to your customers. Well, I cannot rent shop where they are. You have a friend that has a shop there and you want to share costs and rent a machine. Do you understand? I have some production hubs around. I think there are some in Ikeja, blah, blah, blah. Make inquiries. You want to do a production hub, or do I want to choose a day? That's where scaling. I want to choose a day, I'll go to my customers. I'll choose a day, I'll go and deliver to them. But you don't even want to run that model. You must be very perfect. Because I cannot be doing back and forth from Ejigbo to Egbeda to Lagos Island, I mean to VI. And then they'll tell you that the arm is tight, the boss is shaking the con. So it goes beyond just, customer. Are you ready to serve them? When you have defined your customer profile, you are asking yourself, what are those needs? What are those things the customer wants? What are the person looking for? Are you able to give it to them hot? So they'll rush you sharp. So before you will talk about even setting up shop, these are questions. I said that fashion business structure is not just for you that have started. Before you say business, all these questions you should have asked yourself. So if you have done this course now before you start your business, I'm sure you know that you'll not be in this dilemma. But it's not too late. Now that you know better, you should do better. So you must define your customers where they are. When you are clear where they are. Why do some people pay 1 million, 2 million to join Ikoyi Club? You think they have all the money in the world? You understand the fact that if they are not in those places, they cannot connect with those customers. This is simple. Life is not, they say life no balance. Life is harsh. It's reality. So you cannot be, bury your head in sand like ostrich. The head is just 10%, less than 10% of the ostrich body. It's laughable. So if your current reality now is that your area, your target customers are not there, for how long will you be sewing to 2,000 naira? You will not meet anything. So you might need to change your business model. That's the beauty about what? About, having what I teach in the structure class. Apart from having your vision, we'll carry down to your strategic goals and now come to your operational plan. We'll now break it down into annual, quarterly, monthly, weekly, daily goals, tasks, activities. It must be clear. I operate a step approach. Number one is clarity. Without clarity, you go nowhere. You are clear. Number two, S stands for strategy. When you know what you want to achieve, you're able to create a plan to achieve it. Then you execute. Then R stands for results. So for you, Moturaya, you need to define where your customers and where they are. If they are not where you are right now, then you need to create ways and methods to ensure that you move. And the part of the group coaching calls that we do, of course, I'm going to be able to go in depth and attend to everybody and ensure that we put you back to winning ways. There's some way you will package in that your location, my dear sister. There's a way you will position. In my complex, we are 12 tailors. Adenike, we are 12 tailors. When their customers come to them, they want to do English clothes. They, by themselves, they will bring them to Mazino's shop. This is a life experience. The person that brought that lady, that time, I didn't even charge her for a skirt. I charged her 10,000. That was the, I can't remember what she went to sew now. It's been a while. 10,000. In fact, at that time, I raised for, I think, 15,000. I said, no, I will charge 10,000 because of what she acted. And I said, okay, fine. She was giving me bulk work. I called the person, she said, once you want, she said, okay, for the therapy. The way she reacted to that 10K, I was not like, then how much is this person charging her? She looked so astonished. And I had to ask, later I used style to ask that my other tailor neighbor, that how much do you charge this customer? Adenike, can you guess how much she charges the customer? Can you give me an idea what you think it is? Adenike, am I talking to myself?
No.
5,000.
How much?
Maybe
How much?
5,000.
5,000. 5,000. You are very, very nice people. Oh. That my neighbor was charging this woman 3,000 naira. 3,000 naira for skirt and blouse. And me, I said I wanted to sew blouse for 10,000. Are you getting the difference? But because I have positioned as an expert, the woman could not take chances without her other tailors. This tailor will spoil clothes. So the tailor too respected herself and knew that true. This one I know, but Mazino sabi this work. She carried that lady to me. And she brought 3 clothes. The woman transferred the 30,000. I told her, look, I'm going to take minimum of 70%. And then transferred 25,000. And she balanced me 5,000. So, by the time she came back, in my mind, I was like, hey, so what is coming from who is charging her 3K? Me, I charge 10K with I beg, with better I beg, mature I beg, said. Now I take collect the 10,000 naira. But you know what gave me the greatest joy, everybody? About a month after, that woman that I gave that 10,000 naira that had been sewing with the 3K tailor, when she had other corporate wear to sew, she came back to me. And it felt really good because that means that we have served them well. So Moturaya, sometimes you need to believe in your craft. You need to position yourself to be at a particular standard. I tell people that it goes beyond packaging. Bugato. This handwork now. Leave all this English and grammar. Like my tailors, me, I'm an physics person. I speak plenty BB grammar. When my hair turns in my shop, I start speaking Yoruba like one local woman. And I said, whoa. We are tailors, don't leave all this packaging. We are calling design. Designer, we are tailor, they were. Have you forgotten? However, there's a place for packaging. So, Moturaya, you have to put that structure in. You must ask yourself, what is your vision? If not, heaven forbid. See, this business, 5 years is like 5 days. You will wake up one day, 10 years have passed. You'll be wondering, where did you go to? What have you achieved? What have you done? You must do yourself a favor and create a roadmap for yourself. Take charge of your destiny. That your vision is your roadmap, is your compass. So when you get lost, you will know. And then when you do your customer profile, part of doing your vision, you cascade it down. Who are your customers? You're able to define that, these are my customers. This is where they are. This is what they need. They begin to work small. So if you are working now for these people, you know a percentage of your earnings that you have to be saving towards moving to where they are. If it's for you to upgrade your shop, it happened to me that my shop was a royal mess for like 3 years. It was terrible. My roof was leaking, everywhere was stained. I didn't have money to do upgrade. The man say I chopped 12 million naira, but I think I was joking. I didn't have any extra money to do anything. No. What helped me was my buga, and that I did good job. So I had to reduce customers coming to my shop that time. I used to go to, I used to send people to them. I'm telling you. But I was saving money because I didn't know what I needed to do for the next level. Some people come to price, when they come, they'll price me anyhow. I say no problem. The one I will not collect below my lower happy price. But when I now upgraded my shop, hey! I don't need to tell you what happened, Abby. The rest is history, like they say.
Yes,
All
so
right, so
yes, so I can feel
I
what
begin to be
happened. That
clear.
that structure.
Yes, so after I restructured, nobody have to tell the customer that they're going to pay more now. Do you understand? But there's a
Yes,
time for
ma'am.
that. You know what? Everybody, we have seasons in life. Don't ever disabuse yourself of that. Don't compare your chapter 1 to somebody's chapter 20. Now, see me now, my chapter 20, and you want to be like me. I didn't get here in one day. I had a time where we used to use bucket to collect water from my leaking roof. Customers walking, I will tell them 15,000, they will price me 8,000. I will beg for 10,000. Now, the way I've done my shop, if I enter, I charge 25,000, you say send your account number. Okay? So there's a phase. But because I understood where I was going, and I understood what I needed to get there. When I was in that, like I was in prison. I was in hell that time. I was like walking like elephant and eating like ants. But what kept me going
That is
was,
me, ma.
yes, what kept me
That
going
is
was my
me walking like
vision.
elephants, eating like
Yes, what kept me
ants.
going was my vision. I had to invest in courses. When I had hit rock bottom, I will tell you that I have to pay for one of my coaches, a structured person. I paid her 78,000 to be part of that course. This was when I had no dime. I borrowed money from my friend because I was closing that day. I said, it's not possible. I need this knowledge to move to the next level. I am tired of being in the trenches. What got me here will not take me there. I need to invest in my growth. I am enough. It is me that will be able to what? Lift myself up. It is me that can solve my problem. I am my solution. So I said, I need this knowledge. I had to pay. I borrowed 50K from one of my friends to pay for that course. Luckily, they say you could pay 2 times. And that's why this is my course. I said, no, let me help people the way that lady helped me with 2 times payment. I'm telling you, this is a very, very personal story. I paid for Tracy Diamond's course when she launched last year, the last 2 years. 78,000. Before I even missed the early bird, it was 60K. I missed early bird. I think now moved to 78K. So I was like, hey, I think the next thing was even closing itself. So I had to pay the late bird fee for that 78K that time. And I had to do 2 times, but I borrowed money. And when there's a will, there's a way. Apart from that money I borrowed from my friend, when I now prayed about it, Lord, you know that I am sick and tired of being sick and tired. Me, I am tired. I want to be more. I know I can be more. But I know I need knowledge. They said, what is between the gap of where you are and where you want to be? It is knowledge, my people. It is knowledge. Take that to the bank. What I'm trying to sell cost to you. What I'm giving you today is more than what you know you should pay for. So for me, it's beyond the money for me. I'm at a point where you don't need to make my mistakes. It's more like fulfillment for me. I want to help as many people as I want to. But you need to be ready to invest in yourself. I have paid. You don't even want to know how much I have paid. Currently, as I speak to you, I just paid somebody 300K to learn something. You must be interested in your future. Next year, I told that I want to move my revenue from 2 million to 5 million. Is it this Torokobo that we are doing now carry me there? So I am preparing for next level. There are 2 courses I'm doing next year by His grace. It's $1,300 to be a certified stylist and to be a certified image consultant in the Fashion Stylist Institute. You can Google it online, right? By His grace, I will share my testimony. We will do it, and then I'll be able to upgrade. There are memberships. There are courses I want to do to even become a certified business analyst in IIBA. It's going to cost me some plenty hundreds of dollars. And I'm willing to pay because I need to position to be able to work. When I learn more, I know I'm able to earn more. Do you understand? So right now, when I'm slaving away, that's what the work I'm working, I'm needing to pay for course. I'm needing to pay for gbese. I'm needing to pay for this. I am happy because I know that I am building towards something. When you get tired is when you don't have a vision. do yourself a favor. Create a vision for your business and define what your business is about and define who you want to serve. And the rest will fall in place. And then pay for the fashion business workshop. Let me not forget to add that part. All right, any other question? I think I'll take just one more question.
Thank you very
Right.
much, Mazino. One last
You're welcome.
question, please. Let's take one last question.
All right.
Does anybody have one last question to ask?
Hello.
Okay, okay.
Hello.
Amarcus, yeah.
I just want to
Afoma and maybe I'll take two of you. Let me talk to Afoma for, then I'll talk to Anne, and I think we can wrap up.
I don't have any questions. You can talk to the people who have questions. Me, I just anywhere I hear say Mazino they showcase that they go there live. So I don't have
Thank you so much. I truly appreciate your support. So Anne, do you have a question for me?
Yes, good afternoon, ma'am.
Hi, good afternoon, Anne. How you doing?
Fine. Thank you very much for this enlightening for this class. It's been wow. And I'm really hoping to join your other class. I will go and borrow money safe, even if you have to.
Borrow,
Yes.
borrow.
I
The
need to
train
do
does
that.
not wait for anybody. It moves when it's time to move. And that
Yes,
will not
yes,
be your
yes. And I'm
portion,
going to move.
man.
No, never. Never, ma. Please. I have a little question to ask. You said something about admin assistance and operations assistance. For
Mm.
now, I'm working practically alone. I just have one person who is assisting me a bit. I just wanted to know if I want to employ an operations assistant, what's supposed to be her or job description? That's what she's supposed to be helping me to do to cover up that lapses.
And you're asking me for template. I put I paid for course I'm going to enjoy. You don't know it is template you're asking me for. Olufemi,
Ah,
these people in this your class, all these guys gone. They are disguising very well.
sorry, ma.
Anyway,
Please okay, just tell me one or two so that I can know
in
what
fact,
to
I'm a
do.
very generous person. I will give you the job description templates for an operations assistant free of charge. I'm happy
Thank
you
you.
brought it up. You're very
Thank
welcome. So
thank you.
I will share the job description templates free of charge with those of with your group. You've been an amazing group. So I'm going to share for free with you the job description template that tells you what that person is meant to do. So because for you to be able to grow, you must learn to delegate. And for you to be able to delegate right, you must really know what you want that person to do for you. You must be very clear on the person's roles and responsibilities and blah, blah, blah. Right? So all of that is detailed in the job description template I will be sharing with you after this class. I hope that is better. Instead of giving you one or two, I give you everything.
Thank you, ma'am. God bless you.
Amen. Me too. So I'll be sharing that. So Olufemi, I think I can wrap up now. Do you have
Sure.
anything?
Do you have anything to say?
Okay, great. Yes, I really do. So thank you guys very, very much. It's been an amazing session. It's been an amazing group of participants. I'm so excited because sometimes my
Okay,
fire
someone
gets
is
burned
asking a
by.
question, please, before you wrap up.
Okay,
Someone
yeah,
is asking a question. What's
yeah,
the
sure.
what's the discounted price? I joined the class late.
Oh, the discounted class is 20,000 naira. Between now and November 10, you get to pay 20K. Between November 11 and November 24, you get to pay 22,750. After then, just gather your wallet and just swipe 25,000 naira to my account. But you can pay twice for the super early bird and the early bird. For the early bird, the super early bird, you can pay 10,000 naira 2 times. 10,000 naira now before November 10, another 10,000 naira by November 30th. For the early bird, you can pay 11,750 between November 11 and must balance me the remaining 11,000 naira by November 30th. If you don't pay me by November 30th, that means that you would have to pay the going rate of your balance to be able to access the course. So if you pay 10,000 naira, you don't pay the balance 10,000 naira before November 30th. That means you're going to be paying 15,000 naira to access the course. So please, and these are all automated. So it's not Mazino, it's computer. They are fully automated. your details, your login, your materials. The course is live. It's not recorded. I want you to feel my fire. I want to, you understand? Give you basketballs as it is. Be me as the me is entering me. So the session is going to be live. It's not recorded. You know, from next year, there'll be a lot of recorded versions. So you're already getting a whole lot for that. You're getting my fire. You're getting me live for 6 days, 3 weekends, and a whole 3-month support. I mean, how awesome is that? That's a giveaway. Get 25 templates. So between now and November 10, you can pay 20,000, or you can pay 10,000 naira and then balance by
Okay.
November 30. So that's the cost. It's just 20,000. Or you pay 10K and balance by November 30. I tell people go for the early bird now. If I like money, you can dash me money. I don't want to say no to money. You can dash me money.
Okay. Thank you very much for the offer. I think this is great. This is one of the I didn't even expect that you're going to do early bed like twice. Super early bed, early bed. I
I'm
mean,
just trying to
no
go.
question.
Before I want to just do the 22,750, but I'm like, no, now. That 20K is a sweet price. 10K, 10K. Maybe just run them now. And my bet
Mm,
months. I'm a November baby, so I'm feeling nice.
makes sense.
Mm.
Okay, so let's round up today's session.
Okay. Yes. So there are 3 things I'm going to be sharing with you because you've been an amazing people. Like Anne, I think requested for, I will share the job description templates for your operations admin assistant. And that's how the template you can use to create job description for anybody else in your team. So it's not just for you can use to, create for everybody else. That's one. And then 2, because I love you and I don't want you to disappoint your customers this Christmas, I'm going to share with you too a quality control checklist template that will help you to create your own or just use my own plug and play. It's okay. I'm a fashion designer, so this one is not Google. Everything that is in that checklist are things that I've done wrong. You don't have to make my mistakes. Learn from them. So it helps you to be able to deliver every time. And even if you hire anybody else, everybody understand it is only one standard. It's only one standard. So everybody else is able to replicate it based on that test standard. So I want to share a template like that with you. And then the last thing I'm going to share with you today, because of Moturayo, because that's I was telling her that profile thing. She's like, hey, Mazino, don't kill me. Mazino, don't kill me. I will share with you a sample of a customer profile. I will share with you an avatar. Because for me, see, it will do you a lot of service to join the course.
Thank you
Because it's
very
one
much.
thing
I
for you
really
to have.
appreciate.
I know, you're welcome. I'll share them with you. I'm committed to your growth. I'm really committed to your growth. If you don't pay me this year, next year is there. However, the joy is that if you don't pay me my 20K this year, you'll pay me 50K next year. So that's okay. I'm happy about that. So for your own good, better join.
Yes, so yes, so
But if you like, don't do 20K this year, it is guaranteed. Next year, you will still need me, but you will get me at between 50 and 100K.
God will
It's
have
okay.
provide. I will have structure
Amen.
then. So money go day.
No. No, but for you to have structure, you must attend the course. That's the part that we don't get. You must invest in your
I
growth.
will.
You must actually.
I
But
will
you
attend.
class. Because if you have all
I
of
will
I tell
attend.
people that sometimes
I
we are
will
in
attend.
information age.
Mm.
So you must be really, really
I'm going to
careful that you don't
attend.
become information junkies. Okay?
Yes, yes. I
Job
will
is I
attend.
give you this template. The reason why I can give these templates to you now because I have taught you about them. Do you understand?
Okay.
However, fashion business structure, this is all part of the course itself, of course. But I start you from the very beginning. I hold your hand. So you're not lost. You know, your elder brother, your mom is holding your hands on the street. You don't even have to look where that car is coming. You know that
Okay.
before your mom will say, let us cross, she has look left, look right, look left for you. You are confident in that journey. Say, follow who know road. So in the fashion
Yes.
business structure workshop, we have, organized it in such a way that you are able to walk from where you are to where you desire to be. And if you have missed your way, you're able to identify your current location and be able to map out a road to where you want to be.
Okay.
Success is the goal. Impact is the goal. Fulfillment
Yes.
is the goal.
Yes.
Expansion is the goal. And all of these are not possible without you putting in the requisite structure You say you want to build a 5-story building, you want to build a 2-story building, you want to build a bungalow, you must start with the foundation. Structure is your foundation. If you don't put the right foundation, you cannot grow. But if you don't also know what kind of building you want to put, you will not know what kind of foundation to put. So my job, I don't do a one size fits all. I guide you to be able to create customized solutions to your own unique problems. You don't have the same problems. They can only be similar because you are you, I am me. Okay? So I am rooting for all of you. I'm going to share, Mr. Olufemi is going to share the link, to the workshop with all of you. I'm going to give you my freebies from a very, very deepest part of my heart. I'm going to share with all of you. Mwah, mwah.
Thank you
Nobody,
very much. Thank you
okay.
very much. We
You're
appreciate you
welcome.
so much. This has been so enlightening. In fact, I've learned a whole lot of things here myself. This has added to my knowledge, and the sessions I do for friends here on structure, like I told you the last time we met, I am recommending your workshop to them, and
Don't
that's what
worry.
I'm going to be. So after this I'm going to be sharing the
The
link you
link.
guys are going to follow to buy get your own seats, because
Yeah.
if it's over, it's over. So someone is asking if the recording is going to be available after, for the people that have bought. What is the answer to that?
Oh, yes. The fact is, I understand that you might not be able to be in the live class. So you would have your replays, definitely. You would have
Thank you
your
very much.
replays,
I think that makes a
and
lot
then
of
with that
sense.
3 months, support, post-workshop support. So I should
Yes,
now
that
watch the replays at your pace. I'm still there to hold your hands along the process, because if you do not implement, I do not get results, how will I sell my markets now? Eh?
Abi.
I sell
Uh-huh.
my markets now? Eh?
Do you know
So I
that
have
this
to
place,
help
this
you
place, this place, that was
myself.
how it turned. That was how this place turned to. I actually opened this group for people that took my photography course and they have questions to ask. And small, play. It become live session every week. We come here to talk
Oh,
about it.
amazing.
And from there, a lot
Amazing.
of people has even bought courses from here, Facebook ad course. So now instructor is coming in now. So anybody comes here now, they want structure, even though they didn't attend this class, but it is imperative that they attend so that they can enjoy the 3 months holding
Yes,
hand.
yes. I know
Okay,
you will
yes.
buy my course. I go love you now. I like people that spray me money. Like if you spray me money, I'll be loyal to you. I'll be
Abi
loyal and
person wey
gone.
don pay money na im person go answer im question when you ask question now.
I'll be loyal and gone now. So imagine if this one. So do me well now. Show me dada.
Okay na, so that everybody go do normal. Makes sense. Thank you guys for coming. I really appreciate. Thank you guys for coming.
Thank
If
you.
you're coming here for the first time and you don't have my contact, please, I'm going to drop this contact for you so you can save my contact. My name is Olufemi Oyeko, and you can also check Thrive with Mazino on Instagram. So
Instagram
it Thrive with.
with Mazino.
I'm going to drop it here, Mazino. I don't know how that name be do me for what I didn't like him.
Mazino na sweet name. Again, me don't even begin to tell me. Let me start hyping my brand. Come on here today. Make you all leave out. Make no louder.
I beg you. Okay now. We'll see next week when we meet here again. So we're going to be talking about something else. Um, I'm going to be dropping the links soon. Thank you very much, guys. Enjoy the rest
Thank
of your
you.
day. Thank you, Mazino. I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much. Love you.
You too. Bye bye.